So we're back. I was going to do a video on Erika Kirk and Candace Owens, since Candace Owens kind of jumped ship a little bit, but instead, it came across my spirit to do a video focusing on Erika Kirk. Could Erika Kirk potentially be the Antichrist? Let's get into it. TikTok, this video will be for entertainment purposes only. This is my opinion. Please do not mess with my video. If you enjoy content like this, as always, you're going to want to like, share, and follow. But only if you're interested, because you never want to miss anything. So let's get into it. So like I said, I was going to focus on Erika and Candace Owens. So I just wanted to point out, look, Erika is 44 in the ordinal, and Candace Owens happens to be 44 in reduction, but I'm sure that's just a coincidence. So first, I think we need to take a look into what exactly is the Antichrist. The term Antichrist originates from the Greek word antichristos, meaning against Christ, or instead of Christ, signifying someone who opposes or falsely substitutes for Jesus Christ. In Christian eschatology, the Antichrist is viewed as a future figure who will oppose Christ and his followers, embodying ultimate evil before the second coming. The New Testament, particularly the Johannine epistles, describes the Antichrist not necessarily as a single individual, but as a category of false teachers and deceivers who deny that Jesus Christ came in the flesh, deny the Father and the Son, or spread false teachings about Christ. And now this kind of came around because someone in the comments of one of those Erika Kirk videos pointed out that she never says the word Jesus. She always says God. So these individuals are seen as signs that the last hour has arrived. Other biblical references associated with the Antichrist include the man of lawlessness in 2 Theologians, the beast from the sea in Revelation, and the little horn in Daniel, all of which symbolize a powerful, deceptive leader who will rise to global dominance, persecute believers, and challenge God's authority. This figure is expected to be ultimately defeated and cast into the lake of fire, where he will endure eternal torment. So if we take a closer look, we can see her, I believe this is her maiden name before she got married. Her last name was France V, or however you pronounce that. And it's 112 in the ordinal, and Antichrist is 121 in the ordinal. You know, that top line is also 40 in reduction, and we can see that this word is 40 in reduction. Once again, that top line, you know, I believe her maiden name, it's 41 in reverse reduction, and that last line is also 41 in reverse reduction. Not to mention, her birthday is on November 20th, making her a Scorpio. You know, and like I said, you know, her maiden name is 112, you know, that's 11-2. And this word, Antichrist, you know, it's 112 once again. So I also thought it was interesting, you know, because we've had how many end of the world dates at this point? I've lost count. It's like another one every other week. But, you know, one of the big ones that a lot of people believe may have really happened was back in what year? 2012. And if you recall, she won Miss Arizona USA in 2012. You know, so I thought that was very interesting, but it doesn't stop there. Because in May 2012, Charlie Kirk gave a speech at Benedictine University's Youth Government Day where he met Bill Montgomery, a 72-year-old retiree who was then a Tea Party-backed legislative candidate. Montgomery later said that the speaker at the event had bored the audience of a few hundred high school kids, but they began to pay rapt attention when Kirk started speaking. Montgomery then encouraged Kirk to pursue political activism full-time. How convenient. A month after they first met, Montgomery and Kirk co-founded Turning Point USA. So my point is, Turning Point USA was founded in 2012. So if we keep this train rolling, we can see Anti-Messiah is 118. That's a number that I happen to see a lot, so maybe that's meant for me to be decoding stuff like this, but anyway. But also Turning Point's annual America Fest, what Erika Kirk just headlined, is 181 in reverse reduction. So the Antichrist is 154 in the ordinal. Turning Point's annual America Fest happens to be 451. You know, it's the same numbers, just in a different order. Ultimate Opponent of Christ is 314, and Turning Point's annual America Fest also happens to be 134 in the reduction cipher. Okay, so if we keep this train rolling, we can see the Antichrist is 64. We can see America Fest is 64. And look, Candace Owens happens to be 64. We can see the Antichrist is 197. America Fest is 197. Man of Lawlessness is 197. The Antichrist is also 80. And this word happens to be 80. And also Erika Lane, France V is 80 in reduction. And that also happens to be 271, and Candace Owens is 217. Erika Lane, France V is 100. And look, America Fest is 100. And look at this word, also happens to be 10. We can see Erika Lane, France V, and Candace Owens line up at 271 and 217. And interesting, Candace Owens also happens to be 64, going back to America Fest at 46 and the Antichrist at 64. Okay, so if we look here, we can see Anti-Messiah is 46, America Fest is 46, Anti-Messiah 179, America Fest 197, Anti-Messiah 71, America Fest 71, Charles James Kirk 107. Instead of Christ 170 and 71. Sunday, November 20th, 1988, the date that Erika was born, 107. So Erika is also 91 in the reverse, and Erika Lane Kirk is 91. And instead of Christ happens to be 91, and Man of Lawlessness is 91. And Man of Lawlessness is also 197. America Fest is 197. And Anti-Messiah is 179. I also thought it was interesting, Turning Point Academy, which is the school associated with Turning Point USA. This is their values. There is a God, and he is not man or man-made. God is the creator of the universe and reigns supreme. Okay, but look at this. The teaching of God's truth and virtue is the beginning of wisdom and is the best defense against destructive ideologies. Okay, the teaching of God's truth. So what is God's truth exactly? And also, what do you consider virtue? Because different people have different virtues. This type of, general speaking, you can interpret this a lot of ways. They need to be a little bit more specific, but I bet it's general on purpose. And then it also says, working together, advocating for virtuous education is critical for a flourishing society. But once again, a virtuous, all these virtues, are they going to throw in some virtues? Are they going to run with the whole virtue narrative to possibly persecute people? I don't know. TikTok, this is my opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not saying this is what they're doing. I'm saying this is my opinion. Okay, so here we have, look at that first line. It's 85. We can also see Against Christ is 58. Beast from the Sea is 58. TP USA is 58. Okay, we can see this line is 40. Once again, her last name is 40. I believe her maiden name, and it's also 41 and 41. Interesting how Replaces Christ happens to be 222, and Turning Point Academy was started in 2022. Also, TP USA is 58. Against Christ is 58. Beast from the Sea is 58. Charlie Kirk is 192 in reverse. Opponent of Christ is 219. Beast from the Sea is 248. Turning Point Academy is 284. Turning Point Academy also happens to be 104, going back to this word at 41, and her last name or maiden name 40. Also, Opponent of Christ is 87. Her birthday is also 87, and Replaces Christ is 87. Charlie Kirk is 75. Opponent of Christ is 75. Okay, so we have our last slide. Charles James Kirk is 64. America Fest is 46. Anti-Messiah is 46. Charles James Kirk is 107. America Fest is 71. Anti-Messiah is 71. Candace Owens is 107. Kirk is 49. Antichrist is 49. And Turning Point Academy is 94. Oh, another crazy, amazing decodes. I had decoded that Trump was the beast in a video a long time ago. Nobody wanted to hear that. I wasn't sure who was the Antichrist. I thought it might be AI. Come to find out, it might be Erika Kirk. Once again, TikTok, this video was my opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. If you enjoy content like this, as always, you're going to want to like, share, and follow, because you never want to miss anything.